So let's get it on. First, allow me attempt. The shortest Playwright introduction ever. Playwright is essentially a Node.js library. Made for browser automation, it's free, open source, and is backed up by Microsoft. Some of the team's members used to work for Google at a different automation tool called Puppeteer. In the meantime, they moved to Microsoft and became the Playwright team, so they have plenty of experience. They are incredibly responsive with resolving bugs and answering questions. They have a usual triage time of less than 48 hours and have already addressed more than 100 issues. A small, I just really like tool they are building is supported three browser engines and together cover all the popular browsers like Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Apple Safari, Opera, Mozilla Firefox, etc. It can be used with the most popular languages that are like TypeScript and JavaScript, C Sharp, Java or Python, and it has some cool perks as well. It can automatically download the browser it needs, record videos of your test intercept of modify network request, emulate device location, locale, time zone, etc. And it has cool code generator and debugger, which I'll show you in a minute. In a nutshell, Playwright is awesome. Okay, let's get on with installing it. It's fairly easy process. We only need three things: Node.js, Playwright, and code editor. As an operating system, I'll be using Windows. You will be fine with a Linux or a macOS, as Playwright is compatible with those as well. So first, let's install Node. We'll do this by going to Node.js.org and clicking the LTS version. Okay, we will just do next install with the most default setup. I didn't show wizard, but you will do this. It's quick installation, and then by going to code visualstudiocode.com. We can start the installation for the Visual Studio Code. It's going to be another next installation. Okay, so once Visual Studio Code is installed, we will need a new folder. Visual Studio basically works with folders as projects, so just create the folder. This project is going to be Playwright test. Okay. Yes. Create a new folder. For this project, it is going to be Playwright test. Properties. Once we have this, we can open it up from vscode.file. Open folder. File. Open file. Sorry. File. Open folder. Desktop. And select folder. Now, all there is to is install Playwright, which we can easily do by starting a console. New terminal. Write npm I minus d playwright. Okay, it's going to take a minute or so. That's what is with the installation process. Let me know in the comments below if you ever use a code editor or an IDE before, and if so, which one do you prefer? Let's continue with the creating simple automation script. So let's create a new file. Right click, call it hello playwright.js. I'm waiting. Yes, yes. Okay. So let's create a new file. Right click, new file. We will call it hello playwright.js. Hello playwright.js. I promised you we won't be write any code, so this is the perfect moment to start. Playwright inspector. We can do that by writing npx playwright code gen code gen. We can launch this direct, or we can give it a website. Let's say wikipedia.org. Wikipedia.org. Is going to start a browser windows. Inspector browser. We can see the browser window here and inspector here. This is already recording, so each time we do action in a browser. We do an action in browser window, we will see new line of code. In the inspector, so let me make this a bit smaller, we can see better. Let's say we want to automate wikipedia.org. So let's go to English, the main pamphlet, and anarchist. Character progression. Let's take a look at the generic script here. On the right side, it has generate JavaScript code. But we can select any of 4 languages: Java, Python, C Sharp, etc. The structure is going to be the same for any language. So if we take a look at the code for just a bit, it first starts a browser, then starts with context, then starts a page, and then it navigates to Wikipedia website. It then clicks on the English language, and so on, so far. We change this to Java. Even after record everything, then we will see same structure again. It first starts browser, starts context, and starts a new page. Any Playwright script that starts from scratch is going to start the same. Browser context page. We will throw this just a minute, so let's go to JavaScript and copy everything. Our code editor, paste everything here. Paste. Okay. Amazing, you can already run this. But before that, let's take a minute and understand what happens to tail. So as I mentioned, the first thing that it does start a browser. The browser in the Playwright is similar to real life browser. So think about this, starting a new browser window, it then goes to start a new context. New context is kind of like starting new window inside the existing browser. We already have this browser. Here and we use to launch the new complete independent window if you start 5 contexts. For example, they are going to complete the independence of each other, and then we have a new tab, so browser window tab just like real life, and then you are going to find some familiar action here. So we open the Wikipedia, we click the English language articles, and blah blah, we click the progressions link. So let's what do we have here? By running it, we will run by using the simple command node hello playwright js. Okay, enter. Okay, uh, we will write node dot backslash uh, hello playwright.js. I'm running. We see the browser running, clicking, and this is. I hope you couch it. Let's modify it a bit. Let's see what it can do for us. For example, we can easily take a screenshot, page.screenshot, and we just have to give it the path to screenshot. Let's call this one. Okay, thank you for listening. Uh, I want to try Playwright test automation for you. Goodbye. Hello everyone, I hope you are having an amazing day. I'm Egemen, and in the next 15 minutes I will help you get started with a cool new automation tool called Playwright. By the end of this video, you will know what Playwright is, how to install it, and its dependencies, how to generate automation scripts without writing a single line of code, how to interact with elements on the screen, and how to take screenshot or record the whole thing as a video. We will see some code, but I will take you through it step by step. And it's going to mostly auto-generated, so don't worry if you don't speak code.